Sometimes I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh, hello, everybody. Happy New Year. It is good to see you and have you here joining me tonight as we have a date night, the first one of 2022. So I do hope all of you had a wonderful holiday season. I hope you were able to spend it with family and friends and really take in that gratitude that we are together in one. And of course, for those of you who have lost a loved one, I do hope you felt their presence with you and around you during the holidays. So we are in January. What does that mean? Like I said in my coffee with Colby, it is a new beginning, an opportunity to set your intentions. What do you want to manifest? What do you want to bring in? And really take that time to settle in, to hone in, and to really allow yourself that opportunity to be in alignment and to be one with your highest self. So we are going to take callers tonight. I'm excited. I feel like it's been so long. I am so ready to talk to you and your loved ones, answer your questions. So you will have an opportunity. The call lines are open. So here is that phone number for you. 310-997-4966. So get into that call line. Couple other things. We do have some opportunities to take classes. We have some events coming up. So let me share some of those with you. My favorite one that is coming up is this Saturday. It is Celebrate with Spirit. And this is really wonderful. We've got a few amazing mediums that I had the opportunity to mentor for platform mediumship. So we are coming together this Saturday night. It's from 6 to 7:30 Pacific time. And we're going to be connecting to your loved ones on the other side. We have Stephanie Lira, Shelley Sanders, Katie Vogel, and Tina Godden, and myself. And like I said, it's going to be a jam-packed evening of spirit messages. So if you want to join us, grab your ticket. That link is right there for you. Let me share that one more time. Celebrate with Spirit. So there you go. You can grab that. It is on my website as well, thecolbyrebel.com. So a couple other things coming up. We have the development circles that are starting next week. Our beginners circle is Wednesday night. For anyone that is just really looking to open up their gifts, explore them more, maybe practice with different modalities. It is 4 Wednesday nights. And then, of course, we have the Advanced Development Circle. It is 6:30 to 8:30. That is on Tuesday night. So it starts next week. We start next Tuesday and Wednesday. So for the advanced, for the beginners. And then the last thing coming in right now, kicking in the heels, is developing your spiritual business. One of my absolute favorite things to teach, to talk about. And this is a 4-week mentoring. So, 2022 is a great time to kick off a new year, kicking off starting your own spiritual business. And I am absolutely happy, thrilled, and honored to help you do that. Just having a successful business really takes a lot. It takes a lot of self-discipline, energy, also just that savvy of knowing what works, what doesn't work, and honing into one's self. All right, you guys, we are going to take callers. Here we go. You kind of know the rule. If you've been in recently, please hang up. Let's take some callers who haven't been through in a while. If it is psychic, what is your question? Be specific. Let me tune in. Let me help you and dive right in. And if it's connecting to that loved one, just let me know who it is you would like to connect to, and we will just see what happens. We will absolutely do our best here. So here we go. Let us go ahead and do this. Listen for your area code. My goodness, a lot of callers already. So lots of love to you. Here we go. Let us see. How about 203?
Hello?
Hello there. How are you?
Hello.
Is this
I'm
Debbie?
good. How are you, Colby?
I'm good, Debbie.
Yes.
How are you? What can I do for you tonight?
Well, I was really just hoping you could tell me something about my health. I've been kind of under the weather for a little over a year.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I definitely need to disclaim I'm not a doctor and can't diagnose. So always go to the professionals.
Yes.
Okay. But, kind of tuning in,
Yep.
Debbie, it's interesting because one of the things I first got was a sense of not necessarily depression, but definitely like maybe things don't feel like they're going the right way for you. Do you, other than the health, do you understand that? Other areas, just not feeling
Yes.
like setbacks, like a lot of disappointment in your heart. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Because I feel like this is what's connecting to the health because I feel like, you've ran tests, you've done blood work, and they're not quite finding something. Am I correct that we've actually done some blood work and looked?
Yes.
Okay.
They did find lymphedema, but
Okay.
I'm still not up myself.
Yeah, to me, it feels like I feel like your immune system is just taking a whack. I just feel like it's almost like you're fighting, but I feel like what's been fighting is just that sense of struggle. Maybe the work and the housing and things just don't feel like they're flowing. So I feel like first and foremost is working on getting some energy back. Okay. I feel like if you were to,
Yeah.
work on eating better, I know you haven't had much energy to exercise, but doing what you can do. I almost feel like you're in a colder area too. I mean, I don't know where 203 is, but are you in a colder area as well where we have a strong winter?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
in Connecticut.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know the area code. I just felt like you're in a cold winter. I want you to do what you can to
Yes.
start eating better, eating cleaner, and really doing what you can to exercise, even if you're not feeling super motivated. I really do have a feeling this is going to help you get kind of back. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I also would look to just see if there isn't an infection. Again, I'm not the doctor. I would have thought they would have found something, but I almost feel like you're just fighting a bit of an infection as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it
Okay.
doesn't, I think luckily I'm not picking up on something like major, but I do feel like eating better, getting yourself more energy, working out, and just starting to also working on your own emotional health. I just feel like that's a big part of it. Are you in, is there a falling out with someone at all, Debbie, can I ask?
No, I did lose my husband last year
Oh,
to
I think
MS.
this is it. And that MS is what I just feel like do you mind if he talks a little bit? I know, and I appreciate that you kept it psychic, but I really felt like this kind of emotion and this loss and this separation is really like you're grieving. You are it feels very, very like depression to me, right? So I can see why
Yes.
you're not feeling you don't feel like doing anything. You don't care about eating right or working out or taking care. You're just in such a state, but of course you don't feel yourself. Oh, mommy. But I just feel like he just comes in and, he is one strong cookie, right? He is just a strong
Yes.
guy. And he is like, it's almost like not on his watch are you allowed to lay down. So, I really feel like he is kind of coming in to say, Colby, this is why she's feeling this way, and I really feel like this is it. So you're always going to miss him. You're always going to miss him. I mean, this man is your rock. He gives me, I know he's got that East Coast vibe. He gives me a little bit of an Italian vibe. That kind of vibe we get that's, I don't know if he's Italian.
He's Italian.
Oh, okay. Because
Yes, he is.
Okay, because I get a little bit of that feeling with him, and I just feel like he wants you to know how much he's loved you and he's around you, and And I think you're still in the same house too. Am I correct? The house that you shared?
Yes.
Because he just tells me
Yes.
there's so many memories there. I feel like you can be happy in that house. I don't want you to feel like you can't have happiness in that house. Okay. I feel like you can have
Okay.
happiness in that house. I feel like maybe there's been some consideration whether or not you want to stay or go. It's a little big for you, but he says there's so many memories in this house. So I just wanted to let you
Yes.
know that I don't think you have to run or do anything to find the happiness and to start to feel better. And that's the dog barking, right?
Yeah, I just left the room.
Yeah. But he can feel the presence of your husband. He can feel the presence of the spirit in the house, which is, why he's starting to bark
Yes.
now. And
Yes.
did you this is going to sound really weird. You didn't happen to just get a chill or just feel cold breeze by you by chance, did you?
I did.
Okay, see, that's your
I
husband.
did.
He's
Yes.
letting you know he's there. He's right with you. I'll tell you what's wonderful. I think I want you to know that your husband can walk. He can walk with ease. He's strong again. He's everything you loved about him and wanted for him. And so I think now it's more about you taking care of you. And I feel like it's very important to
Okay.
him that you take care of you. So if if we don't even do it for me, let's do it for him. Let's do it for him. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Because you were there taking care of him, and I think that took a lot of the energy. And it's interesting the lymph thing. It has a lot to do too. I feel like you held back a lot. You held back so much emotion while you were taking care of him, and you held back a lot of.
Mhm.
You held back a lot of the grief, right? Because I feel like you wanted to be very positive for him and be uplifting for him. And now we got to let that out. You got to I know you want to be strong, but you got to let that out. Let it out, but also know that he's strong for you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Did you just hear that weird sound?
Thank you.
Did you? Okay. I hope that's in the playback. I wonder if anybody heard it. Did you hear a weird sound like the call starting? Or did you not?
No, I didn't
It's
hear that one.
I
but
heard it
I
on
will watch the replay.
You have to see. Let's see if it's in the replay. How crazy, right? How crazy. But anyhow,
Yes.
I do hope this helps. Let's get you back on track, and lots of love to you, okay?
Thank you, Colby. I appreciate you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Lots of love and have a good night, okay?
You too. Thank you
Okay.
very
You're
much.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, everybody, let us do another caller here. I don't know if anybody else heard that. You'll have to let me know if you heard that in the thing, but how crazy. All right, let's do 609. Hey, 609, this is Colby. Who is this?
Hey, it's Joe.
Hi, Joe. How you doing?
Alrighty.
Good.
I was just trying to find out. If my mom's around since it's her anniversary of her passing about a week and a half ago.
Wow. Okay. Well, lots of love. Let's just kind of let's tune in here. Now, mom is just a spitfire. So you understand that about mom. Am I right?
Yes.
I mean, like, I think she's saucy and then makes a great sauce. So I feel like for her, a great connection you have or a great way of you feeling her and sensing her is when you cook or when you're in the kitchen, So, and I know you know that,
Yeah.
right? Because you can feel her. And she just
Yes.
shares with me. It's like that's a real bonding time for you guys. And it's a real bonding time,
Right.
even though she's on the other side. So I think even when you're cooking, you can almost hear her say, add this or do that. And I want you to know that that is very much her with you. I feel like she is doing fantastic. Lets me know she's with dad. I feel like, Joe, would you understand? Is there a brother for you on the other side as well? Would you understand a son
No.
would you understand an uncle then for you, a brother for them on the other
Yes.
side? Okay.
Yes.
Because they're letting me know that they're all together. Oh my gosh. They're like, there's a lot of noise when they're all together. You understand that? A lot of laughing and partying
Yeah.
and drinking and just a lot of fun, just a lot of good natured fun. But your dad just
Absolutely.
your dad is there and he wants to say hello to you. But your mom really shares with us a sense too of letting us know. I feel like you were there with her when she passed, or there towards the end. Is that correct as well?
Yes, the day
Okay.
before.
Okay, because she lets me know. I just feel like she passed away, transitioned with pure peace in her heart. I just feel like she felt like
Hmm.
she was loved. She felt very, very loved. So she just lets
Okay.
me know to share with you. She's doing all right. She's doing great. I think you guys had a nice celebration, or she shows me you did a lot of cooking recently. I feel like you did it for the holidays. Am I right? That maybe it was for Christmas or New Year. We had a nice
Yes.
spread, and she really liked this. She
Yes.
really enjoyed being there. She enjoyed being with everyone, and just wants to let you know that she's doing all right. She's also proud of you. I feel like maybe you've been taking good care of your health, so or trying to do better with that. So that makes her feel good because, of course,
Right.
she wants you to be okay. So just know that she's with you and she's around you, and she's good to go. Okay.
Great.
All right.
I'm ready.
Lots of love to you.
All right. Thank you, Colby.
You're welcome. Happy New
All
Year.
right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Same to you.
All right. Let us do another caller here. Let's see. How about we do 602? Hey, 602. This is Colby. Who is this?
Hi, this is Amy.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. What can I do for you tonight?
Well, number one, I'd like to say I really would love to see you with David Traynor again. He's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
In Great
Okay.
Britain.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. We moved from Great Britain about 4 years ago.
Oh,
And and I just wanted to know if my father has a message for me.
well, the first thing, and then we'll build up around him a bit, but the first thing I got was stay strong. So I feel like,
Right.
you're going through a lot yourself. You understand that, Amy?
Yes.
And I feel like your dad would just be that person. I feel like it was a close relationship. Like you could talk to him, rely on him. He's just so logical, isn't he? Like he just feels like, he just feels like he's just got this way of like making things like, oh, this is gonna work out. Let's not stress about it. Like I just feel like there's a ease to him. Do you understand that about your dad? Very smart man. You understand that as well.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he just like, I think, Amy, he gives me the impression that you worry a lot or you worry about a lot of things. And I just feel like he just wants to tell you, this is okay. And I feel like you're actually going through a big transition as well. I know you mentioned that move 4 years ago, but would you understand another big transition happening at the moment for you?
Yes.
Okay. I am just curious, is this relationship based by chance?
Well, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Okay. Because I just feel
But-
like,
But
go ahead.
the problem is with the whole COVID thing going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been very difficult. I never wanted to move back to the States.
Okay. Got
So-
it. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. But it makes he just keeps making me feel like not to stress. And he keeps giving me a sense that I feel like this is going to work out. Okay. And I feel like I
Okay.
guess he doesn't want you to be a quitter. Like your dad is not a quitter. And you know that. Like this is a fighting man, right? Like he just doesn't give up on anything. And he just keeps letting me know
Yeah.
that I feel like this is a pause for you. This is just a pause. I really feel that you're going to have an opportunity to go back to Great Britain. I really do. It's going to take a little, and you're a little impatient. I don't know what sign you are, but there's a level of impatience. So I feel like, it might take about 2 years, and I feel like you're going to be able to go back, okay? 18 months maybe to 2 years.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're going to be able to
Yeah,
go back.
I'm Sagittarius.
Okay. So we're right. You're a little stubborn, a little impatient. But but your dad, like I just feel like your dad, and the other thing too is again, your dad is very logical, right? He maps out everything. I think he was good at reading a map. Did you do road trips with your dad when you were younger, or like we take these little trips in the car on the road?
No, to be honest with you, Colby, I never really knew my dad until I got older in life.
Okay.
Um,
I'm just curious,
yeah,
do you take your kids on little road trips? He's showing me a windy road, like you've been on a windy road and I mean, maybe this is before COVID, obviously, but, or maybe in Great Britain, were you taking the kids like on little trips and things like that?
yeah, we're travelers. I mean,
Okay.
I've traveled my whole life.
Yeah, I
So,
just feel like he's showing me, I do feel like he's letting me know that after his passing that he's definitely been around you and he definitely likes to watch over
yeah,
you. There's definitely a feeling of watching
yeah.
over you, okay? And like
So can I
being
go
there
into a
for
little
you.
bit of depth with my
Sure.
dad?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure. So what happened was, yeah, my dad didn't raise me. I was raised by another family member. We got close when I got later on in life. He passed. And then I was living in Europe and I came back to the States. I did a DNA test and found out he was not my father,
Mhm.
but I always thought of him as my father in my heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
My biological father is alive and
Yeah.
he lives in the same city as me, and we still talk.
Okay.
But the hardest part is that I felt he was my father, and I always looked to him for guidance. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's been really difficult. Anyway,
But it's interesting
thank you
because
for listening.
no, here's the thing. Just as much as I guess I want to share, just as much as you feel like he is your real father, he feels like he is your father. I don't think he ever.
I know.
I almost. I'm surprised. I don't know if he fully knew. I mean, I think he really genuinely loves you, cares about you, watches over you, and I don't know.
I don't think he knew either.
I don't think he knew, and I don't think, like, I just feel like there was a lot kept from him. If I'm being very honest, if you want to know everything, and I'm sure he must have told you,
Yeah.
I think a lot was kept from him. I mean, I really do. I think a lot of the circumstantial stuff too, which is why he wasn't there when you were younger. But I don't think he had the ability to be. I don't think it was like this guy. I don't want to wag a finger at your mom, but I feel like somehow she kept you away from him. And also because she knew. I think your mom knew. And I feel like she's the one who didn't want everyone. I feel like your mom knew. And I think that was a big part of everything.
Absolutely, Colby.
So
he kept the secret for many years. And my dad did not knew. I mean, he didn't know.
No.
And they were married at the time when she had an affair.
Yeah.
So
So
you're absolutely right. You're spot on with that.
I just feel like, when he saw you, when, there was like a reunion when you were older, right? There's this kind of a moment, I feel like, and I just felt like.
Well, he always tried to make an effort, but I had a really strong female family backing that kept him away.
Yeah, but I just have a feeling, I just feel like in his heart though, he was always thinking about you, always wondering if you're okay. I mean, and I just feel like, I want to say too, you gave him such peace prior to his passing. There was an enormous amount of joy he felt being closer to you. And he's around you. And again, he is the person that you could talk to and have conversations with. And he's always going to watch over you. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's a little DNA? What's a little DNA?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I still have his ashes. I don't know where to spread them.
You
But
know, I feel like
yeah,
for him, I really
I
feel
keep
like,
him with me.
yeah,
He's traveled to Gibraltar, traveled to England. He's traveled back to the U.S.
yeah. He shows me,
crazy.
I feel like there's a place that is a bunch of trees that is by some water that's like one of his favorite places to be. And it's like the water, there's like a river or a body of water that's right there by a line of trees. And I
Okay.
feel like it's a place he just loves to be. So
Okay.
I would look to see, kind of go through that a bit, and I feel like that would be a good starting point to maybe spread those ashes. I also feel like I feel like he likes the idea of being with you, so maybe get him in. You know how you can have them in the glass, like make a little necklace or locket or something. Because I feel like he does like the idea of a little bit of them being with you all the time because he loves to travel, and that's something I don't think he got to do too much. Okay.
No,
So
he didn't.
yeah.
No.
So, but lots of love
wonderful.
to you, and
Thank
I
you.
just know that this is going to be okay. It does not. He did not know, and he's got an enormous. You're always going to be his baby girl, always. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All
Lots
right.
of
Thank
love
you
to
very
you.
much.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
You're
Love you as
welcome.
well.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, let us do another caller. How about we do, oh my goodness, there's a lot going on here, huh? Okay, how about we do 989? Hey, 989.
Hello?
Hi there, this is Colby. Who is this?
Oh my goodness. My name is Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. What can I do for you tonight?
Yeah, so my father passed away in March.
Okay.
And I had left town just before, I had left town. He had said, "Yeah, go, it's fine, I'm fine." And we really thought he was totally fine. And I left for a long weekend. And after being gone 2 days, I got a phone call from the doctor saying we're putting him on hospice. As soon as they give him meds, he's going to go. And I was like, oh my gosh, what? And so we rushed home. And by the time I had gotten there, he was already completely unresponsive.
Yeah.
And I stayed by his side for the next days. But I just kind of, want to know if you feel like he knew that. Let me tell you.
Let me share, because I can just feel him already. And I just, first of all, we're going to talk about that, but I kind of want to talk about his personality first, right? I just feel like such a warm man. Like there's just a warmth to him and a love. You understand that with your dad? Little grumpy though.
Yeah.
I think he could be a little grumpy. You understand?
Very grumpy, yeah.
Yeah. And I think
Absolutely.
I feel like he's got his recliner and he's got his space. You understand that?
Absolutely. He's sat in that recliner. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just feel like with him, oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see. I just did something. If you get a chance, go back to the Facebook and watch this replay. Because I just did something where I put my hands on my legs and took my tongue and kind of rubbed my inner mouth. And I know that's something your dad would have done. So I want you to go back and watch it. But he's because I can feel him, because he's like, what do I say to her? He's like, what do I say to her? I feel like your dad wasn't feeling great. But
correct. Yeah.
I just feel like he wanted, I just feel like, I think your dad knew he was going to pass, if I'm being honest. He gives me a sense that he knew, but he also wanted his privacy. He's a very, very private person. And he just didn't want anyone around. And it's not because he didn't care or he didn't love people. It really is he was a man that felt like he needed to do things his way. And so you can't take that personally. You know what I mean? He didn't want you rubbing his feet, rubbing his hands. Like he didn't like to be
Right.
touched a whole lot. So,
Right.
you know, and so I feel like he just needed to slip away quietly. And so for him, I feel like you knew he made sure he was like, look, I'm going to be fine. You go. But I also feel
Right.
like he made a point to let you know he loves you. I don't know if he said it right before you left, but he makes a feeling like she knew I loved her. Like she knew. So there's no doubt about it. And I feel like there shouldn't be any guilt around. I actually think you would have been more guilty to not have gone. I feel like he really wanted you to
Right.
go, and I feel like he's around you, and he feels really good. He makes me feel like he's okay. He really, really
Okay.
does. I think your dad used to be a smoker. Am I right? I just saw a big old ashtray full of cigarette butts. Do you know if he
I
used
mean,
to be
I
back
don't
in the
know. I
day
don't.
when you were a kid?
Maybe
Or
back in
or
the day he was. Maybe
or
back in the day.
or do you understand a man in spirit who would had a big old ashtray and lots of cigarette butts, not a little, a lot, and they just fill up?
Um, Perhaps. Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps.
I feel like your dad is with that person then, if that's
Okay.
I'm not connecting directly. Your dad just showed me like a big old ashtray, like a clear one of those old fashioned glass ashtrays, and it's got a bunch of big old cigarette butts in it.
Could it
And
have been a woman? He's
yeah, I was just gonna say, hang on. I was just gonna say, hang on. I just saw lipstick and saw when someone, you know, when someone smokes the darn cigarette and it's got too much ash on it, but they refuse to flick it. That's so I
Yeah.
do see a woman with that. So he's letting me know he's with her.
Yeah, his sister. That's his
He's
sister.
and she's got a bit of a raspy voice. Or do you remember that? A little bit of
He
a
does, yeah.
yeah. So
Yep.
he's letting me know he's with her. But your dad really gives me a sense of wanting to alleviate you from this worry and from this guilt that you've been carrying. And it's also nice because, you know, yeah, he was already, I mean, I think he was pretty much passed away by the time you saw him, but I feel like he could feel your hand. So I think you were able to touch his hand. Am I correct? Prior to his passing?
Yeah, well, I got home on a Monday and he didn't pass till Wednesday, but he was completely unresponsive. Like I
That's-
held his hand for
Yeah.
2 days straight. Yeah.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
never opened his, like he never talked again. So yeah.
No, but he lets me know, he wants you to know he was aware and could feel your hand. It's interesting though. Were you technically not there in the moment that he passed? Is that correct? Technically left the room or
I
something?
was there. I was with him. I was with him when he took his last breath. I just wasn't like
Okay.
my regret is that I wasn't with him when he like slipped into that, like, you know what I mean? When he
I feel like,
Yeah.
I just feel like he knows that you were with him. He could feel your hand. I don't want you to have that guilt. I
Okay.
just feel like
Now,
he
Can
lets
I
you
ask you
know.
one more question?
Sure.
Do you know, like, so he had liver cancer, but my mother passed a year prior. And people will say, like, my sister looked at his record. She's like, he didn't die from liver cancer. Like, I really think he died from broken heart. His records are showing his blood work was fine. Everything was fine. Do you think it was the cancer that killed him? Or do you think is it possible to die from a broken heart? Do you think that's what it was?
Well, I absolutely feel that a person can pass from a broken heart. I feel that your dad was ill, right? There was something medical. However, I feel like after your mom, he just had no drive, no will to want to be here.
Exactly.
And so there was it's almost like he lit a little bit of flame to the illness, right? Let's wrap this up so I
Right.
can get over there. And then I also
Exactly.
feel like you would have just tried keeping him around. I think it's like,
Exactly.
you know, when it's like time you want the company to go home. Oh, thanks for stopping by.
Right,
Yes,
right.
it's been, and I hate to say it, but I kind of feel like he was like going, yes, it's been good, honey. Let's go.
That was 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
So,
feel like
yeah,
that
so
was
accurate.
because he's with his loved ones. I not to saying he doesn't love you guys, but he his life revolved around them. And you know that. You know that.
100%. Yes,
And they're all together and they're having they're playing cards. So I don't know if they did that in the living, but they're showing me like some
they did
cards.
that work. Yeah.
Oh, they're just enjoying and laughing. And there's something about your mom's hair. She's loving her hair now. So I don't know if it's that she lost hair or something with, but she's loving her hair. So you need to know.
Well, she did lose her hair. So yeah.
Oh,
And her hair was very important. So
oh,
that's great.
she's loving it, loving it. And just just know that they're all together and they're doing just fine. And really, they just want you to have that joy and that peace for yourself. Okay.
Thank you so much. This has been wonderful. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Colby.
You're welcome. Lots of love to you. Lots of love. Have a good night.
Thank you.
You're
you
welcome.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, let us do one more here. Here we go. How about, let us do 603. Hey, 603, this is Colby. Who is this?
Colby, I love you. Thank you for the call. You have beautiful energy. This is Candace.
Hi, Candace. What can I do for you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, too. A simple question. It's in romance, like maybe a lot of people. I'm seeing this man. I adore him, but our chemistry is a lot alike, but then our personality is different. Do you foresee this going anywhere?
Yes.
Or no?
Listen, Candace, the first thing I want to say, you saucy mama, is I feel like you're super, super, super picky. If I'm being honest, you are very particular about the people you're attracted to. Am I correct? Come on.
Probably. It's just that I know it if I'm attracted to him, and a lot of them I'm just not.
Yes.
But this guy I am super attracted to.
I just feel like there's a lot here. I just feel like, I don't know. I think you guys can absolutely make the personality differences work. I really, really do. I feel like you guys can get to a healthy place in this relationship. But I just feel like with that being said, I want you to just be maybe a little easier on him. A little, I feel like I just feel like you guys can absolutely make this work, and it's magic. There's a lot of magic here, Candace. There's a lot of spice.
There is. I've been warned that he's a playboy, but I am very easy on him, and I'm very eager to always see him, and I'm ignoring all the be careful, because in my heart, there's just something about him. I've been attracted to him for like 6 years.
Yeah.
It's just something about him, but it's that playboy faithfulness, all that stuff.
But
and that's where I'm a little leery.
It's kind of weird. I mean, I guess, always, you want to keep an eye on it. I think he likes attention. I'm not going to say he doesn't. He's very charismatic.
Yeah.
He's easy on the eyes. I think he's a good dancer.
Yeah.
Have you gone dancing with him yet? I feel like he's a good dancer.
No, but I envision dancing with him. I don't know.
You know who he reminds me of?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen, I know he's a little older, obviously, but he reminds me a little bit of like a John Travolta. I don't know why, but he just gives me a little. Does that make sense? He's got.
This would work. This would work, though, huh?
Yeah, I really like. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like he's growing a little bit out of that playboy phase. I feel like, I'm not saying that wasn't him. I just feel like he's looking to settle down. So just make sure he is.
He is.
Yeah. I just feel like He
told me he was. He told me he was.
I feel like he's being honest about it. So I think just have fun. Don't overthink this. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to have fun with it. Let's not overthink it, okay?
Oh, trust me, I'm just having fun with it. I'm letting the ball just run and just going for it all.
Yeah,
but
good.
Thank you. I just needed to hear that. Go ahead. The warnings that everyone's given me is I'm just trusting my instincts, and I trust you, Colby.
Yeah, I want you to trust your intuition. I feel like he really cares about you. Okay.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. All right. Have a good night.
Thank you. Enjoy listening to you.
Thank you.
You're just beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Colby. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Let's see. We're gonna have to do a quick 1 minute here. We've got 1 minute. We do 412. Hey, 412. This is Colby. Who is this?
This is Rainy Bird. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Did you say Rainy?
Rainy.
Rainy, how are
Short
you?
for Maureen.
Oh, I like it.
I am good.
What can I do for you tonight?
Thanks. I have a little sister that passed a couple years ago, and we were having some issues before she passed, and I want to see if she'll say anything about that.
Okay. And I only have a couple minutes, so it'll be kind of real quick here. So my apologies, but I feel like there's a little bit about this. But you know, first of all, you understand that she would be a little pushy. I mean, let's just be honest. I know she passed away, but she would be pushy because you know, what are the odds that the caller before you moved away from their phone or whatever happened that you got in, right? So I'd hate to blame it on your sister, but I think she was like, your sister loves to have the last word. Just remember that always, okay? And she's very stubborn, needs to be right. Just, I almost took the bitterness to her grave, if I say. But it's interesting because I feel like for her, it's so much like the hatchet is buried. There is love, there is peace, there is nothing but joy and pure love that she has for you. Okay. And I do feel like she admits to a bit of a misunderstanding as well. She's very sensitive. Like she could feel very jilted. And so I think what happened is, to me, there was like, I almost like what somebody else said something and she took it like she just kind of felt like she thought you should have done something differently. There's something about this, right? Yeah. And she she is like, I'm, you know, honestly, like this is really big for her. I feel like she should have she didn't give you the benefit of the doubt. And I think she apologizes for that. And she didn't have a grown-up conversation with you. And I also, oddly enough, I feel like her passing was a bit more sudden as well. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Because I feel like she didn't have an opportunity to have that closure with you. But I do feel like in her heart she has it now. She's also let you know many, many ways that she's okay and that she's around you. She sends you lots of little love and light and music and also, you know, the good times. Like she sends a lot of that to you to kind of say, hey, I'm making amends with you and I love you.
Yeah. I'm studying mediumship. Does she have a clue about that?
I feel like I would just tell you to keep going with it, to keep really, you know, strengthening your gifts, to absolutely study. I think that's the best thing you can do with it, and to really serve for the highest good. And you're just going to see it really grow for you. Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Lots of love to you, Rena. You have a beautiful night. Lots of love from your little sis. Okay.
You too. It's snowing in Pittsburgh, so lots of love and light coming down.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for that message.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
All right, everybody. That is the end of this episode. Please remember, we have got Celebrate with Spirit this Saturday, our development circles next week, and of course, the spiritual business mentoring. So sign up, join me. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. All right. See you later, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Colby Rebel Show. Be sure to follow Colby on social media at Psychic Rebel. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, please head on over to iTunes to leave a review to help Colby grow the tribe. Colby is an international psychic medium, teacher, best-selling author, and speaker. She is a master teacher of the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development and is the owner of the Colby Rebel Spirit Center in Los Angeles. Visit colbyrebel.com.